Okay. A very good evening to all who watch our live right now. Okay, I will welcoming from me. Okay, Muhammad Fairuz bin Muhammad Kapoli, lecturer from Faculty of Engineering and Built Environments, Masai University. Okay, thank you so much for this evening. Okay, and today we will have a talk from surveyor Mukram Idris. Okay, on the very interesting topics, which we will talk about the process of tendering for new generation projects. For the new generation, we knew that we will have everything in IR 4.0. So for
Sorry.
these sustainable developments, we already reduce a lot part of using peppers. So for our talk today, we will see on the new generations of the tendering process, which we call it as a national e-tendering initiative in Malaysia, which we will have this the movements, the links, and merge the process in construction tender into electronics media. The governments and the most business organizations are likely to abandon the paper tendering system. So now most of these businesses will use e-tendering system, which is a relatively new concept and much more better in terms of environments and also the sustainable developments. So today we will have a talk on this very interesting topic by our surveyor Mukram Idris. Surveyor Mukram Idris is our senior lecturer and program coordinator for the quantity surveying in the Faculty of Engineering and Built Environment for Masai University. He have been employed with these academic sectors for the universities for more than 12 years, and 10 years period of that he is joining the construction industry. He have a diploma in architecture and bachelor degree in building surveying from University Technology Mara UITM, and he have a master degree in the construction management from University Technology Malaysia UTM. He is registered as a building surveyor under the Royal Institution of Surveyor Malaysia RISN, and he is certified a Revit Autodesk trainer. For the past 2 years, he have been working in the developments of new programs under the QS discipline. Now, for the current post, he is actively involved in teachings, BIM subject related to the construction industry, technical drawing, 3D modeling, and masterclass, and a lot of subject related to civil engineer. Okay, we are welcome Surveyor Mukramidis this evening. Hi, how are you, Mr. Sir Mukram?
Okay, fine so far. Okay, thank you,
Okay,
Firoz, for invite me
yeah,
to our webinar session for this afternoon, right?
yes, yes.
Okay, so
Okay, we will have a very interesting topic, Sir Mukram.
we will talk on the tender process. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
currently most of the process go for uh, paperless,
Conventional.
right?
Yes, yes.
Occasionally. So we try to discuss on this topic today how the tender can be applied, either resubmission or submit through the e what we call it, platform.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Okay,
So
so
to
Surveyor Mukram, so
Mhm.
I will post the system for you to start, and thank you so much. You may start now.
Okay. Thank you again, Mr. Virus, our moderator today. Okay, now I'm share the slide. So based on this, we will see through what we can get the knowledge. Okay, from the actually the tendering process that approach on the e-tendering is already a few year back. So now we try to highlight again because our new approached by CIDB. Later on, we discuss on that. So they go more detail on the e-procurement. Okay, this is what we are focusing today on the topic. Okay, the topic is directly said process of tendering for the new generation project. Okay, the project that we will involve or that we will discuss today, mostly the construction project. Okay, that looks on the related issue. Okay, we have Industrial Revolution 4.0. Mostly this is go towards to the technology that we use. So mostly not only on the construction side, but in the management side also we try to fulfill the requirement or the character of Industrial Revolution 0.4. All right, if you look to the screen now, okay, I try to highlight here. Okay, Revolution currently mentioned. Okay, not only in the construction, but only on the fabrication side, right? So the revolution of the construction, that what we can see here. Okay, in early stage construction 1.0, mostly we use a mechanism, okay, mechanic component and so on. So they are mostly manual. Okay, we use a simple tools, no technology as what we are see in current practice. So for the next 2.0, there are semi-automation. Okay, mostly we use tools and we use the combination human and machine to do the works. And then we go for the 3.0. Okay, this is already internet based. Okay, we use a software. You can look a lot of machinery. They can work itself, just programmed by certain professional, so they can go for animation automation itself. And now 4.0, okay, we use a machine also, but they are more smart in automation. Okay, not only on the construction, we try to apply on the management and so on. So what we try to highlight today on 4.0 industrial revolution, how we manage the tender for make sure our project are successful. Okay, that's some issue that we try to relate. Okay, CIDB already come with the new construction 4.0 strategic plan. Okay, you can refer to the CIDB website. So this is the front page of their plan, and I take some to make some what we call a synopsis for our topic today. Okay, the strategic plan that are listed is from 2020 to 2025, almost 5 years. So this is what they approach for construction industry to practice, right? To gain all the things. Sorry. So based on the vision and mission, so this is the objective that we have on what we try to focus into. So CIDB already planned that we can or we should use 12 technology. The technology itself, mostly the real demand. Okay, so the real condition of this technology can help a lot for our revolution, okay, on the construction. Okay, if we look here, we have 4 items that related to the e-tendering. Okay, so the smart strategy on the tendering, we can relate it to e-tendering. E means electronic, right? So on this technology, okay, we have 4 major that mostly related that can support our e-tendering. Okay, if you look here, we have a blockchain, we have a big data analysis, analytical, and we have also Internet of Things and also BIM. Okay, so all these 4 related closely to the e-tendering. Okay, every single item that we can find in this area They are useful for us to get the data, to process it, and to prepare the tender, right? Okay. Uh, in the construction strategy plan, we can find the construction project life cycle. Okay, if you look the stage that what CIDB highlighted. Okay, so under procurement rule, okay, we need to find out the best strategy to support all the other stage. Okay, if we see through the process, stage one until stage zero until one, stage two until four, mostly they are using the software to generate either the plan, okay, either the fabrication, or either the monitoring on-site progress and so on. Okay, but it's still weak on the procurement system. Okay, but we have a e-procurement. Okay, mostly in the government sector already apply on that. Okay, so what we try to fill in this part, you can see there are still in progress. Okay, we need to lean and the beam based procurement. Okay, we need to uh, synchronize that, synchronize between that. So make sure they are can fulfill the requirement. At the same time, we can cater the technology. Okay, so mostly for the construction process, they already go for digitalization, visualization, smart construction, simulation and modeling. So in the procurement part, we try to support and we try to use the electronic base to make average with the other stage. Okay. Okay. Based on the report, okay, we can find some issue here. Okay, assessing issue and also the challenger for implementation of the construction 4.0. Okay, this is what CIDB do the research and so on. Okay, in the stage integrated technologies, we highlight on the item G. Okay, this is some of the related issue to the e-submission or e-tendering. Okay, they have some conflicting view and implementation of the e-submission and approval. Okay, on this part, okay, some of the contractor maybe or some of the professional, they are not to use or they are not able to try, okay, or fully utilize the e-tendering process. Okay, sometimes they still stick in the traditional method and so on. So today we try to highlight how to improve and how to make sure all of the construction industry player, okay, useful the platform. All right. Okay, this is what we can find if if you search something about e-tendering. Okay, in our Malaysia, we have already related action that done by National E-tendering Initiative. Okay, they are already uh, launched. Okay, and if you search on internet, or you can find on the e-tendering initiative. Okay, this is the platform that you can find the tender, and at the same time we also use the platform to submit the tender. Okay, so by using this, okay, by apply this action, okay, we can mostly save a lot. Okay, maybe the speed of tendering process itself, and then we can also can exceed the geographical issue, the time, economical, and human error. Okay, because by using e-submission and so on, okay, we are not rushing to submit the tender document to the tender box and so on. Okay, So within a few minutes, we still can submit, okay, before the date of tender close, right? So on this challenge, so we try to solve a lot of issue, okay, currently happen to the tenderer, that there are sometimes not enough time to fill the tender document, or sometimes they are late for submission. Okay, so this is some of the issue can be solved. Okay, in the NETI, okay, this is the stage that there are approach that we can look here. Okay, by the phase, how the tender process can be done using the electric platform, okay, or internet platform. Okay, if you find the tender, if you want to get the tender, okay, you want to bid the tender, okay, by the either the project, okay, come from the government or the registered agency, they normally advertise the tender notice through the website. Okay, so we can either you set the notification or you set the alert system and so on. The tender will be listed on the website. Okay, the tender that come up with the notice, they are mostly detailed. Okay, they come up with the tender title and the registration category required, so you can get the detail for the job list, and you can choose or you can sort, okay, what type of project that you are focusing or interested. And then once you get the tender advertisement, okay, under phase two, okay, if you are interested or able to take the project, okay, you can register and purchase the tender. Okay, in this stage, okay, the contractor, okay, can view, at the same time they can register, and at the same time they can buy the tender document. Okay, so the code, everything will be provided, and you can make a payment online, and at the same time you can download all the document in either PDF format or either Excel and so on. So all will be digitalized, okay, using internet. They will able for you to download. Okay, for the phase three, okay, on the pricing and upload BQ. So during the day after you download, you review the document, you insert the price and so on. So once it's complete, okay, you can upload back again, okay, your pricing that you are already insert in the BQ. Okay, all document will be use the same format. Easy for tender reviewer and so on, because all the format are same. They can sort, so the processing to choose the best tender and so on. The tender result is very easier for them. Okay, so within that, under phase three, okay, this is phase four. Sorry, yeah. Okay, and here, okay, the agency can download all document that submitted by the contractor, and they can evaluate it. Okay, because some process is took time for evaluate the tender. So by using the e-tendering system, the process can be more shorter than previous. So the result also they will advertise in the e-notice board. So this is all the data will be shared together, and it's very efficient. Okay. Okay, this is something that we need to consider. Okay, the consideration factor for e-tendering. Okay, if you look here, we have four items here that normally still not solved and still in the progress. Okay, so if we look on the item here, we have a efficient method, understanding, implementation and security concerns. Okay, we go for the first one on the effective method. Okay, if we look on the process, okay, the tender submission, okay, the tenderers process and how they are analyzed and so on. So the flow is very clear. Everything is on the real time. Okay, so by using the e-tendering, this is considered a best practice. Okay, and we also can use for the IoT itself. Okay, because currently we use a software. Most of our computer we have a software related to the BQ, related to the taking off, estimating, and so on. But we still not fully utilized for submission on that. Right. So the data that we get from previous software, so we go for the submission. Okay, so they are very effective. And at the same time, we need to understanding. Okay, we need to understand how the process takes on other side. Okay, on the tender evaluation and so on. The process itself, we must understand well how the system work. Okay, the flow and so on. So we still not clear on that. So that's why some still have a blur knowledge on how they process. So that's why we need to make it clear. So we try to approach the student in what they are learned in the tendering process. We already approached them on how e-tendering take over the traditional method. Okay. Okay, so for the implementation, okay, if you look here, I just show here official portal for Malaysia government e-procurement. Okay, if you go there, there are a lot of tender advertisement there you can find, or you can list out filtering everything. Okay, and then you can identify which category you are, your involvement with the what we call uh, the class and so on. So you can filter it easily. You can find what the job that you are try to find out on that portal. Okay, so the implementation mostly are there. Okay, so you need to use the platform and use your capability to grab the job itself, right? So without the paper-based transaction, the process assume they are more cost-effective and time-saving. Okay, we just look on the web. Okay, we prepare the document what we can prepare. Then the submission also may be within 1 day. Okay, we can solve it. Okay, so this is what the aim of the e-tendering. And here is some of the uh, this is from outside, and this is not from Malaysia. So they already advertise their task, and all the e-tender number will be appear in the tender advertisement, right? So it's very simple. The data is already appear there. Okay, some concern on the security. Okay, so just you look here. Maybe your file will be hacked with someone. Okay, maybe during the submission, someone tried to change the price and so on. Okay, for your information, they already know. Okay, to hijack or to manipulate your data, they have good security. Okay, before you submit your tender, okay, you need to use the step. Okay, you have a password, you have a proper security. Okay, you make sure there are the log appear on the web page and so on. So it's a really secure. Okay, and it's very safe platform, right? Okay, so for the next, okay, we look for some sample. Okay, this is currently applied. or practice in the Malaysia Airport Holding Berhad. Okay, most of the tender that opened by them, okay, they give the notice of tender in their web. Okay, you can see here all the data. You just download the tender notice. At the same time, you just click go to the link. Okay, so all the data, all the date, all the detail of the tender is already what we call easy to access, right? So if you want to go more detail on the tender, for example, on the airport and so on, you need to register yourself, right? Register yourself as a user. You need to fine tune the data, the list of data that you need to insert. For example, your company name, your registration name, your class with the CIDB and so on. So the data that you insert, they will save there. And if you want to get the tender document, you need to pay using online lah. Okay, either you use a card credit or maybe you can use a internet payment and so on, right? So everything are online now. Okay, for the next one, okay, I try to show some of tender. Okay, this is if we look, this is the tender just now I screenshot. So this is the advertisement of the tender. If you look here, everything is detailed. Okay, you just scroll, and at the same time, if to got more detail, what you are need to produce or you need to prepare, so they are listed here. Okay, you just click, they go to another link. Okay, so the data that you can get, okay, you will save, and you need to know what the requirement before you register and so on, right? So everything is already listed in the tender procedure. Then because this is still new for some person or some parties, so they have a link, and not a link, they give you the related tasks that how to use the web base. Okay, I just scroll a little bit. Okay, for example, this one. So this is the electronic procurement e-procure. Okay, so you can find here how to register to the portal of Malaysia Airport, for example, lah, right? So the registration should be there. You give the detail required by the system, and they give you the password. Is very the security is very high, and from the page there you can see the data or the tender advertisement will be there, so you can download, and then from there you can convert the file, you can view to the Excel, or you can export also to your software that related to the BQ and so on. So from here you just click link everything, then you can click the interested button. Okay, once you click there means consider you are submitted your tender lah, and they request a few payment and so on. You can pay online. Okay, based on this, it's very efficient. And how to find either your company selected or not, they have an advertisement and so on in the page of their menu, right? So based on that, it's very secure, and at the same time the data is paperless, right? So that's the aim of e-procurement. Okay, so we go for the conclusion. Okay, so this is some of the awareness. Okay, this is for the implement the e-tendering system. Awareness must be given to all parties involved with the construction industry. Okay, if you look to the construction stage, the supplier, the workers, everything they have a agreement. Okay, some agreement they come out in the tender and so on. So this will be uh, early stage that how all the party will be involved, and we need to make sure on that. Okay, and then okay, we start to expose to the student. Okay, and then followed by a professional to implement the e-tendering to be make sure they are more effective. Right, so here what we are doing in masa, some subject related to the tender and so on, we give some exposure to them, okay, on learn how e-tendering works and how the process and how they are efficient or not, okay, in the construction industry. So the student itself can learn and make their own analysis. Okay, they can find the what we call a case study and so on, so they can analyze, they can give their opinion on how to improve on certain stage of the weaknesses of the e-tendering and so on. Okay, so now is the right time for us to prepare ourselves in terms of knowledge and sensitivity to needs of the industry to face the challenging in line with the industrial revolution 4.0. All right, so that's all from our side today. So hopefully if you have something, you can email me. Okay, if you have to have some more what we call argument and so on. So this is my email, and thank you for join our webinar. So that's all for today. See you for the next time. Thank you.